chickens in. It is gonna be, it has been humid. Look at the birds, just the seagulls. Feels like summer. Look at them, just wow. So tomorrow is my 5-year anniversary of moving here. 5 years since coming to Toronto again. I lived here 2008 to 2012 in the city, and now it's been 2017 to 2020. 17, 18, 19, 20. Yeah, 5 years. Look how blue the water looks. So I'm supposed to go outside tomorrow, like, not just balcony, but down there. And it'll be my first time since the beginning of April, and I'm nervous. But I need to do the banking thing, and I'm hopefully going to see a friend. And it is the anniversary of moving here, so hopefully I do it. Look at that. There's a plane taken off of Billy Bishop. Sailboats on the water. Looks like a gorgeous day, eh? Today is June 17th, 2022, and it is 5:49 p.m. and it's the 5-year anniversary of me moving here. We've had the apartment since May 1st, and he had already been out here March of that year, 5 years ago, but today was a day where I showed up with the cats. My best friend Jeremy, I should check in with again soon, who paid for my dad's ashes actually this February, the funeral home. But anyway, I digress. This is the 5-year anniversary of coming back to Toronto, and it's coincidentally, I haven't been outside since beginning of April. My agoraphobia has been bad with things, the anxiousness, knowing, just it's been tougher. But today I could have met with a friend in nearby Liberty Village, where I should get the banking done regarding my dad's estate, non-existent estate, you know what I mean? But it's just I have to close a couple of bank accounts still. They have nothing in them, and I could have used today as in like 5 years, go out, take pictures because I'm here, and also get outside, and it just wasn't enough to get me out. I don't know when I will get out. My birthday's next month. I hope I go out by my birthday. But anyway, this is 5 years later. When you live in an apartment, it's hard to really make it your own. And then we did move from like a 2-bedroom spacious apartment to a 1-bedroom, not as spacious, but spacious compared to some places, that's for sure. But yeah, 5 years ago when I moved here, we had 4 cats. Now we only have 3. We have the Smudge, and we have Vincent and Pico because Chai left us in April. So, hi guys. So, kitties. Kitty Vincent, Kitty Pico, Kitty Smudge. So, I slept a lot today. But here's a view of the window, the screen, the lake, which looks a bit choppy today. Puffy clouds. It's a puffy clouds day, which I like. The green is already looking a bit beaten up by the humidity and heat we had yesterday. But yeah, this is 5 years today of living here, and it takes a few. These 5 years went by fast because we've had stuff happen, right? But here I am, and I'm gonna get onto the balcony and show a view there before I go back to retreating to YouTubing. Yeah, five years. We haven't made the balcony we haven't set it up quite, but we did this, which was a big step. And until the spiders take over, because we haven't sprayed anything down yet, he's been sitting here and working in the bright sunshine. Oh, I think there's a little spider on my thingy. Oh no. Oh no, 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 no. Oh well. As you can see, my retreat spot. Look at that. But until they take over, he's enjoying this chair in the mornings until work to the afternoon, because he does one of his jobs work from home. It's very windy out. Yeah, it's windy, eh? So, yep, 5 years of here, and the view has changed quite a bit already. Look at, because of all those building structures over there, and that's one interesting thing about being here, is this spot, is to see the city skyline change, and yeah, so 5 years. Am I grateful still to be in Toronto? Yes, but I'm also like, I get antsy, as in, like, 5 years is a lot for an apartment, when you don't feel settled in. I know it looks more than settled in, but it's hard to explain the feeling. I unfortunately get reminders of what the book room looked like, and I'm like, oh, but then I remember how happy I was to come back here and how much I did at first. And I mean, to be fair, this has been a rough year. Losing my dad and then losing Chai. So I had really hoped that I would get out today, and I didn't. It doesn't work that way, I guess. So 5 years though, they go by quickly now, and I wonder where we'll be 5 years from now. But I am glad to have been back in Toronto for 5 years. I just wish I was out taking pictures, and I wish I would do all the things that I need to do. But I'm doing other things instead. That view though, right? Like, I can't complain at all about that. And I wouldn't. Here I am on Father's Day. It's the first Father's Day that my dad is dead. And of course there's the emails and reminders about Father's Day. I knew that they were coming because I have to deal with Mother's Day, which is not so great. So, but I don't know, I guess I've been bracing myself for it. I mean, I haven't seen my dad in a few years anyway, because of, when I moved, and then the pandemic happened, and I just wanted him to be staying safe. And Now he's gone. Well, technically, behind me to the side is his ashes in a box, in a bag in a box. So technically his remains are here, but he is not. He's on my mind every day, all the time. Lately I'm of course still struggling with going out. Yesterday was it? Well, whatever day was the 17th. Would have been a great day to go outside. So the day before today would have been a good day to go outside because I could have met somebody that was a friend of mine, a really good friend. I could have met them in the nearby neighborhood, and I could have also gone and done the banking and closed my dad's bank accounts before Father's Day. And I was hoping I'd get myself together for it, but I didn't. So here I am. Here I am, still hiding out. In other news, someone in the family finally went through the process of finding out of doing the application for indigenous, finding out that connecting the heritage, like officially. Something I inquired about years ago because I knew about great-grandma, my grandmother, my maternal side. I just knew it, and I knew it in more recent years for certain when I looked the picture of the 4 generations of us. But for her, 100%. I think I asked as a teenager or something when it was brought up and was told that the grandmother would have to do it and my mom would, and nobody ever did it. And I guess there was a law for a while there, or I don't know, there's something that was in the way, and I don't know what's going on, but it's a straight shot for family. And it was, I don't know if it was being kept a secret or, well, I think it was. And I think it was also partly something not, I don't know, it's complicated, you know. If you know Canada and our history, it's horrible. Well, worldwide we're horrible too. But I always knew, so hearing from somebody who was at the family reunion who had done it, you know, it was validating to hear it. I mean, that stuff can't stay forever a secret, and I guess as some relatives are gone, then they finally felt like they could do it without hurting anyone's feelings or something. So I imagine as word gets around more, the family will do it. You know, go through the registration process. So it's not easy. I couldn't just do it on my own from the looks of it. It's complicated, but I'd like to know. I'd like to know. Like, I'd like to know for sure who, where, like, where in... Because I could tell from the photo, and I just knew. I mentioned it to a couple people even recently, and then to hear for certain was quite something. So I don't know, maybe I'll get to confirm that in my lifetime. I'm not sure. it doesn't look very hopeful about, I don't know, we'll see which relatives, the closer to me, do it. There's so many siblings and branches of that tree, but straight shot, straight up, you know, so there'd be my grandmother, then my mom, and then me, like, removed from the great-grandmother. I have a picture of all four of us, so, I mean, I have it, like, that's the only thing I have, but I have it. But yeah, that's maternal side. My dad's side, still don't know who his, still don't know a lot of things. Now it's Father's Day. Wonder if I'll ever find out for him the truth about his birth dad. There's so much I still wish I knew about. You know what? I should go to bed. It's 4:30 in the morning. I don't think I took my meds yet. I'm not really tired. My schedule's all weird. But it's not weird if I'm regularly up at night. It's not that it's wrong or anything. It's just, no, it's fine. Father's Day though. Ouch. Right? Like, I was thinking yesterday about poems I want to write. Just about it, about all that stuff, about my dad and everything, just everything. I just wish I'd just write them, just go for it. Write a bunch of poems about it, just write honest, raw and real. Do your confessional poems, Amber Dawn. But yeah, with more answers come more questions. That's kind of how life goes, eh? It's always infinite number of questions if you're curious, you know. He's really gone. He didn't get to 69 years old. And I still have to close his bank accounts. That have nothing in them. I think I owe on the bank fees on the one bank account because they have monthly fees. I hope they waive the fees just because, you know, just because I'm late getting around to it. I hope they don't punish me for it. Just seems a bit unfair, but life isn't fair, as my dad would say. I don't know what to say. I think maybe I should avoid looking at too much stuff today regarding Father's Day. Like, I know it's Father's Day, but maybe I should just, like, not look at much media about it. Like, just let the day roll past. This one's just too soon. We didn't get any notice that they'd be testing, but there was the fire alarm. It stopped already, so hopefully we're okay. It's Tuesday, June 21st, 5:16 p.m. and the temperature is 28, feels like 34 with a special air quality statement because of the humidity. Oh, a statement about the humidity and the heat. I'm looking for spiders. So this is the first day of summer, right? It's June 21st, the end of, it's the summer solstice. You can see boats on the water. There. At this part of Lake Ontario, they're the ones right there. And the lake goes all the way. Lake Ontario is a pretty big lake. And you see green is in full effect. In fact, some of it's a bit burnt green. Some of the drier, hotter days. Yeah, so it's hot. Got a heat warning, all that stuff. Look at that little yellow car just sticking right out there. It's cute. Yeah, so it's my outside adventure there. It does look beautiful though, eh? Over there. I want to do some rearranging of the book area. I want to rearrange my space. We got Vincent and the Picos. Vincent and the Pico. Hi! Grumpy old man? No, they're not old yet. Oh, look at the smudges. So they're watching something outside. You gotta see what's going on outside. I got vegetarian tie on the way. Oh, so it's a lovely day. Just got a message that there's apparently a fire on the island, but I don't know if I can see that part of the Toronto Islands here. But, but there are boats on the water. Lake Ontario, really lovely. And what is the cat telling me about? Hi! Oh, bacon. Look at the cats. Really miss Chavo. We need to like miss one. Oh, always ruining pictures, Pico. It's okay. Look at the kiddies. Hi, Picos. And oh, I sound chipper, but that's only because related to a hot ring thing. The sad news is, no, unbelievably indescribable news is that the Roe vs. Wade being overturned. I have no words. Everybody's saying it with it. I can't even. I'm laying on the floor. Can you see? I've got my sleeping bag. Got my bookshelves. I'm in the book nook, and if I had the light on for the... Can you see anything if I turn this off? Probably not, but there's... I'll turn the light up that way. there's the vines. And then there are LED lights, but I'm not, or whatever, but I don't have them on. So I'm gonna sleep. You can see the shelves, and then those shelves, and then these shelves. And I'm in like, I'm gonna sleep here again. The other night, last night, what night was it? No, last night I was in the bed, or I went to bed, but, 'cause I woke up with nightmares, and I was in the bedroom, so I did go to bed, or I was in bed at some point. I don't know. I think I slept here and then I went to bed or something after. But I am finding comfort in the book nook. The only thing that would make it better is if I read for a bit before I go to sleep. I mean, it's not like the bed isn't comfortable for me. It's fine. It's a queen size bed. It's fine. And there's someone in it, and the cats are fine. It's just, I like them being able to stretch out where they are on the other half of the bed, and I think it's good for him to sleep without me. No, I don't know. I guess it's like, it is bad that I sleep in a sleeping bag, and then on top of that sometimes sleep on a floor in another room. A shooting in Norway. Like, yesterday was Roe vs. Wade, and maybe I have to. I would turn the news alerts off my phone, but I've always, not always, but since high school, I've been interested in current events and knowing what's going on and learning about things. And so it's difficult for me to just decide, oh, I'm gonna tune out of the news and just sort of like live my insular life. I mean, I can't get any more insular unless I actually do completely cut myself off from knowing what's going on in the world. And I just don't think that's how I am or want to be. I want to know. But yeah, I'm here in the book nook, and I'm bathed. I bathed today. Yesterday. Well, it's yesterday now, since it's after midnight. So I'm clean and fresh and I smell good. So Vincent was just meowing at the front door. This is the second day where I've seen Smudge sitting at, oh, she's gonna move, beside Vincent. Vincent's been meowing, calling for Chai, and she's not coming back. So it's been sad when he does that, because it's how we feel inside about her. Except we know that she's gone and can't come back, and it's harder for kids. And before he went to work, he said he read it can take 6 months sometimes or so. I mean, how can he quantify the amount of time of mourning? But the cats can mourn for about 6 months and can lose weight and stuff. I know, I'm bugging you, Vincent. It's just, I know. It is sad. I mean, I've seen the tears in Pico's eyes, and I'm just relieved that Smudge isn't hyperventilating anymore. But, I get it. I mean, she really was, like, such a part of our lives that it's not easy to get past her. Pico has had one of the roughest times. He's the one usually with tears. Right, Picos? Right, Picos? Yeah. But I mean, the cancer tumor she had in her mouth, the size of it, even if we could have afforded the surgery, part of her jaw would have been gone, and it just would have been really, really rough for her if she had survived it, given that she'd had the... Hey, Smudge! Hi! So, we go through this together, the sadness and the missing, and... I mean, I feel it too. I get so sad I'm missing her, and as I continue to try and get myself hyped up to go outside and close my dad's bank accounts because my dad died. You know, like, mourning happens for animals as well, and people forget that somehow. And when you have a family of cats together, it's just... Especially when the most vocal one that kept our household running is the one that left. It's just such a loss. It's such a loss. I wish I could tell them it's okay, but I can't. Vincent has a red ball, and Vincent's on the bed with Pico right now. And he's calmed down, but there's a red ball again. It's in the spot where Chai would have sat beside Smudge. So it's like cats have their ways of, you know. And there's lots of different colored balls. There's purple and yellow, orange, green. And he gets all the toys from there and he takes them out and puts them all over the apartment. But specifically, he's put a red ball there today. It's kind of heartwarming, you know, and sad. So as you can see, beautiful day out on the water, the lake, Ontario. There's lots of ships, and the turbine's going, and the city skyline looks something. And I'm gonna go back to my dusty, cavernous, overgrown books nook to... The reason I've been sleeping on the floor of the book nook, because look at these guys. They've switched positions since I was last in here. Because Vincent and Pico face the same way. But now Smudge and Pico are back to back. I can't move them. But this is where I want to sleep. Look at them. This is where they go at night. They want to sleep beside him, and I don't want to disturb them, and then I end up sleeping on the hardwood floor in my book nook with my sleeping bag and pillows, and I wake up to all the plush toys that Smudge puts down there for me. 2 plush ones and a mousey and a fish. But yeah, look at these guys. I mean, I can't move them. These are Smudges. I know. There's a Picos, Smudges, and the Vincent, the one that's the most vocal about being sad, but we know they're all sad. But how am I supposed to disturb them? Well, I have disturbed them. She'll be back to sleep, right? Yes, she will. Yes, she will. Yes, she will. And then Pico is, so, you know, I want them to be happy. Didn't sneeze his eye wiped. Anyway, that's why I've been staying up and not. And so I've been sleeping. I know it sounds weird for someone my age and whatnot, but I moved my dad's chair over here and I've been sleeping here. And this looks, I know it's messy because it's a book nook and it's, you know, packed to the brim, but I put my pillows, I'm trying not to block my pillows there against. That's like a shelf that my dad's dad built, or my dad's grandfather built, and that's got all the poetry, or most all. There's more poetry in that bookcase as well, the anthologies. But I mean, so I'll be laying down here, you know, near movie book adaptations, and then there's classics and whatnot. And then that side is some randoms up to journals. Yeah, I'll be sleeping here. And I'd say I'm looking up at that, but I'm not because I don't have the lights on at night. And so I'm in my book nook, and the sleeping bag goes to about here. And then I wake up, and generally Smudge has put these down. So these two things were by me, and then I thought, then I said out loud, well, she didn't give me the fishy and the mousey. And then, but they had been dropped onto the chair. So, yeah, I'm tired. I want to go to bed, but I don't want to bother them. And I know it seems like, oh, you shouldn't let cats have the say, but they really want to be near him. He's working a lot, and you know, they miss Chai telling them all to go to bed and to do this and do that. If she were still here, they'd be out here by now. They'd be in there for a bit, and it would just be Pico at the end of the bed for a while, and the rest of them would be out here. But oh, I want to cry. I'm sorry. It's like I've had like, I'm just gonna have like another stare into my bookshelf moment. Hold on. I've just like, I've been dealing with like moments of okay, so I'm putting a lot of pressure on myself to get the F outside, and not just because I need to go to the bank and close my dad's accounts. There's nothing in them, and I probably owe the one bank that runs fees, as I said before. But I have to do it. I have to go and take care of it as executor. And I haven't been out, and it's not just anxiety, it's dreadful grief. And yet I'm seeing the seasons change. We're summer now, and I want to go out. I want to go on long walks. I mean, my time hop, which brings up from my Flickr, Instagram, Twitter, etc. It'll show me on this day kind of thing, and it goes back a lot of years because of my Flickr account, which is photography, and I've taken photos on there since like the 2000s. And so like I'm like, I want to get out. I want to show what's around here. I know my Aunt Terry is interested in seeing things, and I think some other people are too. And I want to be writing. but I want to be going out for walks, even though I know it'll be hard at first to build up stamina and strength. I know I can do it fairly quickly, and I know it'd be good for my overall health. But I am so... I can't even get to the point of thinking of wearing clothes for going outside and being seen in public. By who? Nobody knows me. I mean, it's just this feeling of taking up space in public, just being a body in the public space. And then there's the other thing, I want to get my booster. I didn't get my 3rd booster back when he did, which in a way is okay because I didn't go anywhere and I managed to make it through. And I only say it's good in that if I get it now, that means I will have, it'll cover me for a while, whereas his is so far in the past, like his is months ago, that it has worn down off. So I mean, there's something for me procrastinating on that. I mean, because when I get it, it will help, whereas many people need a 4th. So I should go do that. I want to get out there. I want to do things. I want to take those self-portraits where, because I'm so self-conscious, the ones where I'm hidden in the landscape somehow, where I can do 10-second run away from the camera and hope my camera doesn't get stolen. Like, be in places where my camera will be fine. I want to be out there. I want to walk and build up that while also taking photos, videos for vlogs, and just exploring and enjoying that part of me that has always loved that. But I am so stuck. I have moments of like crying. The song I See Fire, it's from the Hobbit soundtrack, which made me think of the Lord of the Rings, which made me think of my dad and our whole Weathertop thing because of my twin dying October 6th. Years ago when we were babies, and has me thinking how he's gone and we don't have that to share, and it makes me think of just how much it hurts that I won't hear any stories from him ever again. No even complaints or rants or yelling or whatever he is going on about. I won't hear him ever again except in some clips I have. And I know people lose their parent or somebody they love, and sometimes far younger, but it's so weird. And so many people have lost a lot of people, especially in recent years, because of, like, in my part of the world where it's not so common to lose so many close loved ones. But, like, when it's someone that was so close to you, like, that you're so tied to, and not because they were a parent, because I've had parents that aren't that close to me. I mean, I was so connected to my dad that him not existing anymore, and it being over like that, like he's gone, is an unbelievable feeling. And I know I'm not the only one. I mean, my partner lost their mother when he was in his 20s. This happens, and people deal with it in different ways. And I know that it's common, but isn't it? I know I can't be the only one who goes through this and thinks, yes, but this was different. This was my dad. This was the person. This was someone really, you don't know that he was somebody really you don't know how important this was, that he was here and that now he's not. Like, you don't get it. Because he's not a famous person, he didn't get to make his mark in some way, officially. A lot of his ambitions went by the wayside over the years, and his potential wasn't fully realized. I mean, so nobody, if he had achieved some of those things, or if those things had been more recent, maybe then other people would get it, would be like noticing. But it just feels like even all the people that took advantage of him, not a word, as if he didn't exist. But he did, you know? And there's so much I wish, like, I used to say that me and my dad knew each other more than a lot of people would have, in the way how much we knew of each other, and the way we could talk back during times when we could talk. And now, like, I'm so curious about how others knew him, and how I wish that people would tell me everything that they experienced of him, that I would happen upon love letters, that I would know about every facet of how my father was that I wasn't already aware of. Just so I could have a full human being that I could somehow put into words so that people knew. So it wasn't just, oh, she lost her dad. Well, lots of us lost our dads or our moms or our partners or something. It feels so much more than that, and yet, what have I done about it? Nothing. And the notes, the photographs, all that is still in the closet in bags, and I haven't touched them because I need a filing cabinet for them, and I need to organize that stuff, and it's too overwhelming and too recent. So I don't know, I have to like tread water through this time, and like I need to push myself outside, which sucks because somebody had said, well, you just go outside, and it's not as easy as that. But I'm also aware that's exactly what has to be done. Like, that's how it works. If you go outside, you just go. That's how it works. But that's also, it's not that easy, but it is exactly, that's what happens, right? I have so many hours of my life left if I have a certain lifespan, and if I don't get going on the things that are important to me and stop just distracting myself and wasting the hours, I will lose the chance to really express and share the things that I have so painstakingly documented, and that I also see that my dad and my granny Pullen had documented and saved. I mean, I want that to matter, even if for a brief time and a brief blip. Anyway, so yeah, back to my book nook. I'm here. I have to charge battery for my camera, and I'm still trying to decide whether the cats win and I get to sleep on the floor again, which is fine. I get it from my dad, like, in that I can sleep on the floor and my sleeping bag is fine. I can sleep in here actually sometimes probably better because of my books and the security of it. I mean, don't get me wrong, the bed is much more comfortable. Well, you didn't open the door, did you? Because you're not supposed to.
Yeah, exactly.
But they had the hoses out?
Yep. Got all the video.
Well, I may as well do it from my... As long as... The sound of the fire alarm. I just missed the sound of the fire alarm that was going on for quite a while. So I was sleeping. And it just ended when I changed my battery out. It was like a fire truck thing, and they had the hose. 1, 2, 3, 4 trucks. And apparently it was... I'm grateful that we're okay because I am not awake. Now there's my camera. See that? Such a bright. Oh my gosh, it's too... Was there any updates about it?
Nope, nothing over the intercom.
Okay. Over the intercom, did they say it was our floor?
Yeah.
Really? The 20... The 20th floor? It was an alarm in their 20th floor staying units. And then you hear me waking up going, That's because I was up all late. Wow, okay, I need to drink water and go back to bed.
I need to get to work.
Yeah, but, so it was a thing. It was a real thing. 20th floor, they were getting the hoses out. Somebody made
Well, they had to prepare for worst case scenario for actually local fire needed to get.
Well, yeah, because if they don't put it out, because we're like too high up to save everyone. Going back to bed then. Kid, look at kiddos. It's okay, kiddos.
Firefighters are walking by the door.
They are?
Smudge heard something strange in the hallway
Really?
while I was watching TV, and she sat here and she was very obsessed with watching the door because there was noise in the hall.
Yep.
And then a minute or so later, the alarm goes
The
off.
alarm goes off.
So it may have been just some person, random homeless person in the building just walked up to our floor, apparently just yanked the alarm.
The alarm?
Or there was a dispute between two people in the building, a unit down the way, and the person leaving pulled the alarm. There'll be security cameras showing up.
So really? Is it? Okay. Can I go back to bed now?
Yeah, because you haven't seen it, because there's cameras by the elevator banks that look down each hallway. So they'll have security.
There are?
Yeah. And then you can see all the video downstairs, so they'll have security footage of people pull the alarm.
Okay. I don't mean to be whatever, but I'm like, did he do the litter?
Yeah, they're probably good.
Okay. Wait. Is that the all clear?
Resident manager, everyone is able to return to their units. Thank you.
We never left our unit. Wait, were we supposed to leave the unit?
No, if there were people outside with their dogs or whatever,
Oh,
they
okay.
weren't allowed back in the building.
Okay, so if you were out, you weren't allowed in just in case it was a fire. Okay. So that's the okay then. Okay. Back to bed.
Red light in the bedroom that was totally not a made up, not a real photo in the 3D verse.
It's June 30th and I've changed the book nook. So I've got it so that the two cat towers are there still in front of the window for them to enjoy, with the cat tree here against the back of that bookshelf. This is a bit ominous this year, but oh, they're the matching wood, so I guess that's pretty good. So back to my book nook. The door's actually wider now because I didn't intend that, but because I've pushed it closer, which has given us way more room over here. But I wanted my writing books near me, so there's like writing and poetry and zines in that blue shelf, and there's the red one, which is fantasy, Alice in Wonderland, Tolkien, fantasy, etc. Then this is just a mess right now. I'm a mess, so why not have this be a mess? This is still the same. I really was trying to think of moving this to like over here and etc., but it just, I couldn't make it work out. So everything is still the same. My dad's chair has the art box still on it for now, and I go back and forth between using that chair and this chair, and stuff is a mess over here. My poetry bookcase is still here. This is where I still lay down and sleep, and there's still enough room because my feet don't even go to the end of here. I've got the stool out here that goes with the, I mean, that's just for my legs to be okay, but I've got my coffee and tea since all day. Still room for the cats up here. Smudger's toys here. I haven't shown these rocks, but these are other stones I've gotten. They've been here since I got them. They just seem to go together. They go with the, oh my god, it sounds crazy. But there, now you see my area, and where the view here, and if you'd be looking over at me over there. And then now we're gonna see what happened in the bedroom to make it so this is it again. I know it's not what I would like. It's not really what I want to be doing, but what else can I do, right, Smudge? Right, Vincent? So this is how it is. I wanted to have access to these drawers near my desk, but it's just not. I don't have room for everything, so that's it. We're back in the corner again. Hold on. Just let me move some stuff around. I moved furniture around. That doesn't work at all. Oh well. Okay, so I moved furniture around, and in my book nook area. Basically, I wanted to feel more surrounded by my books, just have them a bit closer. It meant letting go, putting the so-called makeup table. It didn't have makeup in it, but it has my jewelry and stuff, and some different things that are nice. It's back in the bedroom, and that means the Himalayan rock salt lamps back in the bedroom and whatnot. It was helpful surface, but at the end of the day, I mean, I like there being more room near the door, and I don't know. Oh, I got an invite for, it must be racing time. Do I go? My character's looking a little rough. I think the thing is that I was going to talk about how I was gonna do things different in July. Look at my character. She just had grenade launchers at her face, so what was she supposed to look like, you know? I still have my coffee from all day. My peppermint tea. No sugar in the peppermint tea. Oh, yeah. I'm here early, so I got lots of time. Okay, so what was I gonna say? I wanted to bathe. I'm not bathed today. It's the last day of the month, so tomorrow's first day. The rent check is handed in. I had these ideas of what I want to do for the new month of July. So 11:39 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, Thursday, June 30th, 2022. What do I want to do tomorrow and in July? Okay, so July is when I have my birthday. I just ordered one gift for myself. It's a pulp tarot card from the Philosopher's Guild. I have my own tarot deck that I work with, and now I have actually another one that was charged with Stones Under a Moon. My dad's Rider-Waite deck was charged with my Lord of the Rings deck, and then I've got a couple other decks as well. I've got a few decks. I have more than a couple decks now. But this one, as soon as I saw the email advertisement for it from Philosopher Guild, I get those all the time, like, you know, like, hey, buy stuff. But that particular deck has drawn my eye, the pulp deck. So, it's a bit indulgent when you add on the US taxes for it. But I think it'll be nice. So I had some goals I want to have. Today was a day where we had a tough time in the household. Like, there was like a stress breakdown happen here, and I'm still feeling the effects of it, like, through my body. I feel it, and that kind of stress cannot be able to build up that way. It's so bad. But so it was a bad day at a point, and then it's fine. But it's just what a ruin of a day. The kind of day where you're like questioning all your where you know, you just know it was not a good time anyway. But and in contrast with the fact that at least we can pay our rent, you know, and I'm grateful for that. Like, I wish, like, the fact that we can do that and that we can pay our bills is no small feat. We are now officially living in the most expensive city in Canada. I mean, it's not easy, and it's stressful, and it is what it is. We are doing the best that we can, and that's what's kind of like trying to remind them. But anyway, there was some stress, not about the tarot deck. The tarot deck, he was like, yeah, good deck. No, it was way before then, before I even mentioned it. I just bought it. It's 11:42 p.m. now. But what I was thinking about was how I had wanted to do some things in July. I wanted to go out for walks. And while going out for walks, I'd be able to take photos, take videos for my vlogs. You know, it would be very good for that, as well as physical exercise. It'd be fresh air, and I'd be able to do things that would help my creativity. But I don't know, that's a lot of pressure to go from not going outside since April to, oh, I'm gonna go outside every single day in July. I don't know how I'll succeed at that, but we'll see. There are things I have to do, so I do have to go outside, so we'll see what happens. The other thing is, I do want to write regularly. I want to make vlogs that are different than the vlogs, as in, like, I want to make booktube videos and journaling videos, and I want to make more of the lo-fi ASMR videos. during times that he's out at the other job or he's out of the house, out of the apartment, that would be perfect opportunity for me to do those things. So, yeah, I think we've been on edge since like yesterday or whatever, where it started off with a fire alarm. Like, that was very unnerving, and you feel like when you really think about it, it's awful, because you're like, if it had really been the case, oh no, like, well, we couldn't have done much up here. So there's this feeling of, there's just this underlying feeling of stress and lack of, I don't know, whatever it is. And then on top of that is like grief of losing Chai, grief of losing my dad, grief of previous griefs we felt, you know, of our own lives, inner lives of that. And the passage of time. We've been here 5 years. I've been here 5 years. 5 years. So, yeah, anyway. It's 11:44 p.m. I'm gonna start off July playing GTA. I kind of feel like I should be writing instead. That's another thing I'm still thinking about. There's no way to have my journal posts go to email anymore. So I was looking at newsletter services, email newsletter services, but I don't know. So there's that. Which has me thinking about my own book sort of stuff, and my own zine, and my own this, and my own that, and just doing things while I can, while I'm alive. Yeah. So it was a hard day, but also, you know, I filled out the money book, and like, he'd been paid, I got paid, things are covered, so like, gratitude, right? I guess it's just because of how things are economically in everywhere, but you know, it's stress. It's stress. Yeah, that's what I have to say about that, I guess. So I'm ending this month with like, it's been very high emotional, like high as in highly volatile emotional stress, and then like hypersensitive to new stuff, to where I'm thinking I should just shut everything off and like take a break and remember how to read and write in my journal. Do I do that? Do I just like leave this and just do that? Do I do that? Do I just do that? Do I actually just do that for at least a day or so? I think I'm doing that. Nothing personal. I love racing those tracks. They're some of my favorite. I love the game. I love the... Do I actually just... Yeah. Just do something different. Start off the month different. 11:47 p.m. I think what I'll do is I'll read this poetry book, read more of this poetry book. That's how I'm gonna finish the month of June. Can't believe I did that. I just turned off the video game.